Hey everybody, John Van Dyke here for New Jersey Exposed. Today is Tuesday, November 15, 2022. Time is 1:54 p.m. and of course it is Jersey time because that's where I am at. Okay, so I stumbled across this story on another channel. The civil rights lawyer had put the story up. I didn't know about it, and I went and found the story on it. This came out on September 20th, 2022, and this is just disgusting, this story. I'll read it. This is on cjonline.com, and it reads as follows. A Kansas deputy tased a 12-year-old autistic boy who was handcuffed, shackled, and hogtied. I shit you not. There it is, right there. I mean, the title alone makes you wonder what the hell is going on. Where is the outrage? Why wasn't this on the front page of every newspaper? Okay, I have not read the story, so this is fresh to me. A Jackson County Sheriff's deputy used his taser on a 12-year-old autistic boy without warning as the youth sat handcuffed, shackled, and hogtied in the deputy's vehicle. My blood boils when I hear children being victimized by adults, and it's even more, the temperature goes up even more when I hear it's law enforcement. You know, autistic children, they are, what is the word? They're inward. That's best I can say. They're inward. They you know, they stay within their minds. They're not interested in being outward and socializing, things like that. Not that it makes them a bad person. It's just, you know, that's just the way they're made up, and they don't express themselves like the rest of us do. And you got them in a handcuff. It's like, why are you handcuffing a 12-year-old? That's shackled. So that means he's got handcuffs on him. He's got ankle cuffs on him, and they hogtied the kid. The state law enforcement oversight body says Matthew Hogties on February 23rd used excessive force multiple times on the boy, including tying him up in a manner that threatened his ability to breathe properly. The Kansas Commission on Peace Officer Standards and Training on August 22nd issued an order of reprimand to Hogties. He should have been fired, period. This goes beyond, this is, you know, he's not even just being a bad cop, he's being a bad human being. And this is another narcissist. I keep coming back, I'm going to pound this into your brains. Narcissists lack empathy, okay? They don't feel the pain of others. And if that was my child, and ask you, any of you out there, if that was your child, and you found an officer hogtied him and threw him in the back of the car and tased him out of retaliation, you and I would all be in jail now, wouldn't we? Because we go find that officer and have a little talk with him. Jackson County Councilor Lee Hendricks rejected the Topeka Capital Journal's open request for the view. Of course, they're on damage control. The incident was caught on Jackson County deputies' in-car video. Hogties used excessive force upon the boy, identified only as LH after being dispatched on a report that he was trying to run away from foster care. Well, we all know about foster care. There's people involved in foster care. They're just out there to make a few bucks off the taxpayers. Among other actions, Hogties tased the child without warning while the child was handcuffed and hogtied, he said. Hogties knew the boy was autistic and had previously been in a physical struggle with him, though there was no report or body camera footage regarding that incident because it probably never happened. While Hogties wasn't wearing a body camera during the February 23rd incident, most of the interaction was captured on his in-car camera, the report said. Hogties clearly struggled with, shoved, elbowed, applied pressure points, carried, pulled, hogtied, and ultimately tased LH. Of particular concern, LH was sitting in the patrol car at one point and was not actively resisting. It said his hands were cupped behind his back and began to press LH jaw pressure points LH jaw's pressure points without giving any direction to LH to do anything. This appeared to be a punitive nature, particularly with the dialogue between Hannes and LH at the time. About 5 minutes later, Hannes tased the boy without warning as he was sitting in the patrol car with his feet outside the vehicle. At the time, LH was handcuffed behind his back, had ankle shackles on, and had the handcuffs connected to the ankle shackles, it said. LH was not a threat to Hannes or other officers. Deputies' actions appear punitive, said the unreasonableness of Hannes' use of force was compounded by the following facts. He hogtied LH, threatening his ability to breathe properly. His actions on several occasions appeared to be punitive in nature. He applied pain compliances without giving direction to the boy regarding what he was supposed to do. He told the boy, when the other guy gets here, you're going to get hurt more. Oh, so that tells me that this is something that goes on all the time. He refused and canceled assistance from 2 other available officers. He said he was going to call a transport van, but did not. He told the boy he would tase him again if he did anything he was not supposed to do. He used inappropriate language, including profanity. He did not use de-escalation techniques or other means to persuade the boy to comply. He failed to use other options to restrain the boy. KVC, which is the foster care contractor, yeah, there you go. Another company profiting off of this for Northeast Kansas, including Jackson County, said they would not comment due to patient privacy laws and referred reporters to the Kansas Department for Children and Families. Well, the reason they're not talking because they know that they're going to be part of the lawsuit. The DCF did not immediately return a request for comment. Hannes was employed as a full-time officer with the Jackson County Sheriff's Office from August 25, 2006 to April 1st, 2013, and from 2018 to March 22. And was a part-time officer with that office during the time in between. He was paid $23.55 an hour as a deputy according to the Jackson County Commission records. Kansas statute empowers KSCP posts to suspend, condition, or revoke the certification of a police officer or law enforcement officer and to reprimand or censure a police officer or law enforcement. In choosing to represent Hannes, KSC Post said he engaged in unprofessional conduct. He engaged in non-human conduct. He treated that boy like he was a piece of garbage, like a piece of shit. That's what that officer did. And that says something about the person there. That officer has no empathy. And this is what we got to do. We got to start ridding law enforcement of these bad cops with no empathy. Said engaged in unprofessional conduct by using excessive physical force, which defined as being greater than what a reasonable and prudent officer would use under the circumstances. Well, what an officer? Well, we all kind of know how they all behave. So that kind of puts the standards pretty low, doesn't it? Lowers the standards way down. KC Post so far this year has revoked the certification of 39 Kansas law enforcement officers and reprimanded 3 others, including Hannes, according to its website. Michelle Meyer, KSC Post's legal counsel, said Monday she couldn't comment on specific actions by the commission because they don't want to be involved in all the nonsense. The Capitol Journal submitted a Kansas Open Records Act on Friday requests seeking video of the February 23rd interaction from County. Jackson County Councilor Lee Hendricks denied that request in an email Monday. In denying the Capitol Journal's core request, Hendricks cited a section of Kansas Open Records that allows criminal investigation records to be kept secret. See, the reason they're not releasing that because we're all going to be appalled. And the phones are going to ring off the hook, and everybody's going to be yelling and screaming for that officer to be charged and arrested and fired. And they don't want that. He didn't say which agency was investigating Hogties. Jackson County Sheriff Tim Morris didn't respond by midday. Disclosure of public records and county law is not in the public interest. Yeah, you mean it's not in the officer's interest, because we all know there's a lawsuit coming. Hendricks wrote, persons who know their statements and encounters with law enforcement may become public will tend against providing information. That's bullshit. Whether it be an identified, blah, blah, blah. No, we all know it's about protecting the cop. We all know that because we know that prosecution, that police are the long arm, strong arm, and send the business to the prosecutors. They work in hand. Because the job of the police is to enforce laws, investigate crimes, make arrests, and gather evidence, and assist the prosecution. So if the prosecution goes and makes that cop look bad, then maybe the rest of the gang won't be so cooperative. Jackson County would be hard-pressed to continue to argue for blanket non-disclosure of the video where faced with the lawsuit, said Max Couch, who the hell knows, Lawrence Attorney and president of the Kansas Coalition for Open Government. Jackson County's response to the Capitol Journal's request is consistent with the 1987 Kansas Supreme Court decision, blah, blah, blah. The High Court in that case affirmed the district, blah, 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 blah. Kansas City Supreme Court affirmed the blah, 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 blah. Nothing there. Where the files are open to public scrutiny, the potential for injury is great. Yeah, because we want that cop's hide. That's what it comes down to. All right, see if there's anything else on this. All right, so that's just a lot of hot air right there. I'll see if the video has been released yet. I highly doubt it, but maybe if it is, they'll clear right after this, and you can watch it. So, all right, well, there you go. You got another one of these well-trained professional heroes out risking our lives as he protects and serves the government. And he took a 12-year-old boy. I don't know how big a 12-year-old boy is, but I mean, I know there are some big 12-year-old boys out there, but I think any grown man, for the most part, can handle a 12-year-old boy. And he tased him. He hog-tied him first, and then he tased him. So the poor boy didn't even... It's disgusting. And I'm sure there's bootlickers out there who will defend this officer's actions, and they're just as bad as a bad cop. So, all right, let me know what you think in the comments section. I'll put this link in the description. If I find anything else on it, I'll include that also. Let me know what you think about it. Follow me on Gunnison Undercover on Facebook. I post all these stories. Every day I post a story. There's a rare occasion where I don't post one, but pretty much every day there's at least one story that I'm posting on there. So you can go right ahead to that Facebook page, and you can follow me on there and follow these stories so that you can get an update on what the well-trained professional heroes are up to, because if you wait for them to tell you, it's never going to happen. Never, ever going to happen. They want to keep everything as quiet as possible, and they're in denial. They want everybody to think that, they're all out there protecting the serving community, and they're all hardworking, and, they have a tough job. And this is reinforced by the bootlickers who live life in fear and think that they need these police officers to protect them because they're so scared. And what more can we say about it? I'm John Van Dyke from New Jersey Exposed. Till next time, people.